All right, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Jeepers Creepers.
Oh my god. It is
you
Justin.
peak.
Oh yeah, it's Justin.
Christian.
Renick.
Andrew.
And we're M0V.log.
And we got special
we got
guest again.
special guest.
Special guest.
Like something, dick.
Stop it.
That's not gonna sound good.
That's got Ralph.
Special
I'm
guest
wearing a
Ralphie's
suit.
in the house. Well, we're Suit Boys right now. Hashtag Suit Boys.
Boys, gang.
And
Wearing
we
Tim's.
not
We
so
all got
recently.
notes for this movie.
We all, yeah,
Yeah,
this
we're trying to
is
do
our
this
first
shit
time that we're
professionally.
trying to plan
Yeah.
this one. We saw.
Because this one means a lot to a lot of people.
Yes, this is a very kind of divisive film, in a sense.
It's as
Yeah.
divisive as.
It's the most divisive film since
me check my
Batman
note.
versus
Hey,
Superman.
he's on my notes. The dog's on my notes.
Laid down right
How
on
am I
his
gonna know
notes.
how I feel about the movie?
I'll
Those are some
put
good
that in
notes.
there.
Yeah.
None of us have said the movie yet. Rogue One, obviously, is the movie we're referring
A
to.
Star Wars story.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story,
Yeah.
directed by George Lucas, the man himself.
He loved this film.
Did he really?
Yeah, he saw the movie and said, "This is the best Star Wars film ever that was made by white slavers."
Wow.
And then, I mean, he hated Force Awakens though. He said it relied too much on the originals, and it had weak characters, and
He keeps
I
laying
lost
down
my
on your
notes.
notes.
Well, you know, La La Land actually did sponsor us after our review.
Oh yeah, John
they
John
said-
Legend sponsored this.
They
as
said
well.
John Legend is my new best friend. He said, "Here, I'll sponsor you." And they actually said the best part of the review is no Justin. They are all our Muslim commenters. All our Muslim commenters, can you send more videos without Justin, please?
Bro, the guy said M0V.log was
not,
great.
You're not testing well with audiences, my guy.
I guess.
Yeah,
not.
and you know what that means? It means we have to cut you 95% out of our film.
Calm down now.
No, but
I'm not trying to be Jared Leto.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story directed by Gareth Edwards, who has directed a multitude of great films, such as
Monsters with Scoot McNairy, formerly known as Wheelchair Guy in Batman vs Superman,
also
Godzilla.
starring Kick-Ass.
or should I say Godzilla, a Star Wars story, because they're the exact same film.
Yeah, I was watching Godzilla earlier,
You can
and
look at
it's,
Godzilla beat by beat, and at the same parks, check boxes.
it-
Save Asian baby. There's 2 Asian babies that are saved.
There's a flood
it's
in
Does
Godzilla.
Garrett-
There's a flood at the end of this movie.
There's a flood?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, remember? The
I
Death
didn't
Star.
watch Evan Almighty, I'm sorry.
When the Death Star strikes the ocean, it.
Oh,
causes
yeah,
a
sure.
flood.
Oh, I
Crazy-
thought you
that
meant
crazy-ass
I thought you
wave.
meant the flood from
Halo?
Evan Almighty.
Halo. I was like, the flood? What are you talking about, my guy?
Actually, Andrew made a great point that he said Halo Reach the movie, and I love Halo Reach, and I don't love this movie.
Who the fuck is driving this stuff?
Halo Reach is a good movie.
But I thought it was similar in the sense where it's like, you know, it's very dull and dark and kind of boring, and then what you went to go see is only in it for like a couple minutes.
I don't know. I think the
Asian baby.
That's true. The one thing we could all agree on, besides the fact that
Asian
an Asian baby was saved.
Yeah,
Thank you, because now I know that
that's
I
a
like
Gareth
this.
Edwards staple.
Yeah.
I know I like this character because he saved an Asian baby.
This movie was really good standalone. Like you could have watched this by itself. Do you disagree? If so, speak now. 'Cause you know
yes,
Brett's
I
mad fucking
disagree.
hard.
You're wrong.
No.
You're not just wrong. You're stupid.
That's the Cat in the Hat.
All right. Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry. I'm just gonna ask you something, Justin. How many Star Wars films have you seen that you can say can stand alone from? Have you seen New Hope?
There's
have you
one,
seen New Hope?
but there's one thing that people are
No,
saying
I've seen the second
about this movie that's really annoying because they're like, you know, if they're like, if it wasn't connected to the Star Wars universe, it wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't, but it is.
Yeah, that's
That's
the problem.
like saying take Godzilla out of the Godzilla movie and it wouldn't connect with the Godzilla franchise. It's like,
Well, no,
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
that's a good point.
explain. Let me explain what they're saying. They're saying it needs to be a good movie overall. You can. I think it's not saying take Godzilla out of the Godzilla movie. It's saying replace him with a Cloverfield monster, and it would still work as a film.
And you know
what
what?
they're trying to say?
Okay.
And you're right on hopping on me because I did really word it wrong.
Yeah.
When I said standalone film, obviously I didn't mean if Rogue One just fucking dropped and Star Wars never existed, it wouldn't make any sense at all. But I'm saying it's an amazing film because it's not. It's kind of like the same thing with Doctor Strange, where it's not a franchise builder. It's just by itself a good movie.
You know they're trying to get Chirrut and Forrest Whitaker in the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, that's weird.
They're trying because this was a test to see which characters we'd like to see back, and I guess
did.
people.
Yeah, spoilers. Everyone dies.
Yeah, no.
fucking died.
That's because they're gonna it's Han Solo set before.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But
that's
I guess
true, that's
people
true.
were like, I guess we want
And
to
Childish is Lando.
So
Boy Donald.
That's the correct answer.
Did Forrest Whitaker test well with?
That's what surprised me.
And you know, that's amazing because I wrote here, fucking Forrest Whitaker was meh.
Let's Justin
does
has
meh
some
mean?
notes written.
My very first one is
These are written
fuck the
notes.
I saw
robot.
that, yeah. Fuck the robot.
I didn't like him at all.
I thought K2SO was the most developed character in all of it.
He's a robot. What was his motivation?
No, I'm just kidding.
Comic relief.
Yeah, honestly,
Like, he was so fucking forced the first half, bro.
Because they feel that if we make everything dark, but we have like a comic relief robot running around,
Yeah, everything will be okay.
It's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I want the villain to do. I want him to crack a little joke. I want him to smooth.
Because you know what they were doing? They were setting K2SO up
As
to be
the
the
main
villain
villain.
as for Han Solo.
He's gonna get hacked back, and he's gonna become an evil guy.
Yeah.
I feel that he's gonna get hella upgrades.
What's your other note? That Forrest Whitaker was meh?
Yeah, second one was Forrest Whitaker was really.
The world is coming.
Like,
I'm done.
I felt
the Pundo Bubu, the
Save
mind
the rebellion.
squid.
exactly
The mind squid.
The
Oh
mind
my
squid
God.
will go into your ear.
That was
and tell
weird.
you
that
if
was
you're
like
lying.
it wasn't.
second-
It wasn't.
If you are lying, you will
On
be
the second
killed. But the
watch-
mind squid will kill you anyway.
On the second
watch?
watch, I noticed that the mind squid actually has tentacles down in his crotch too.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
called his penis.
No, but like
Called
there's
his
12 of them.
penis. It's so weird because
Yeah, it's called.
on second
echidnas
watch,
have 5 penises.
how many
you know
times
that, right?
how many times have you seen
I've
it?
seen it twice.
How many times have you seen it?
Just once.
Twice.
I feel like
I
on
just saw it today.
I feel like on second viewing, it's you're saying it's worse.
It's worse.
That's
Yeah.
true.
On
And,
second, on second
on-
viewing, I said, "Can I just?" I was like, "Can we just try to pirate La La Land instead?" And all the La La Land torrents are minions. And so I said, I guess I'll have to deal with
Because
this.
on first viewing, I remember turning to Renick a couple of times during the movie, and I'm like, "What the fuck is
Fuck is
happening?"
going on?
I turned to Chris and I said,
We
this,
turned to each other 40 minutes in the movie.
I said,
we
"This
both
sucks."
turned and we're like,
And you
"This is
go,
boring."
Yeah, this is dragging.
It's very slow.
You know.
Yeah.
And that fucking only because we were just talking about him. This man's going ham. Anyway, just because we were talking about him, the whole entire sequence.
Boo-boo.
Yes.
Yeah, that
with
was
him.
and it didn't look.
And not
good.
only
It looked bad. It looked
only
kinda
that,
bad.
he started just saying shit. He's just like, I don't fucking remember in detail, but I remember that sequence entirely up until the Death Star blew up that
The city.
Jeddah.
Jeddah.
Up until they blew up the city, I was so fucking confused.
Yeah.
Because Jin is talking about, oh, my dad has a message for you, and this guy's like, nah, fuck you, you don't have a message.
Yeah,
and then he started going off about all his morals.
I couldn't
and
even
shit.
fucking tell what side Saw Gerrera was on for a little bit.
I know. I'm like, dude, dude.
I was like, what the hell's going on?
You want to take down the Empire, or do you want the
Saul
rebels
Ger-
to be a piece of shit? I don't know.
Saul Guerrero's Forrest Whitaker.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
Also, the first time going through the movie, I was like, what are they? Whose name is what? What do you call these people?
Yeah.
I just wait. Donnie Yen is Chirrut?
Everyone who I say likes
No,
the film.
Donnie Yen is blind.
Everyone I
Is
know.
that a joke?
No, I meant that's the character.
I know, but I'm saying his name.
Everyone I know
It's
who
Chirrut,
says they
I
like the
think.
film, I say,
Yeah,
can
it's
you
Chiro.
can you name?
Churro. We'll call him Churro.
Churro.
It's Churut Imwe. Everyone I know who
Churro.
likes the movie, I go, can you name me all the characters? And I go, can you name me Churut Imwe's friend? And they just say Big Gun.
Big gun. Yeah.
Do you know his name?
Nope.
Baze Malbus.
I knew it was Baze. Yeah.
Baze Malbus. Do you know the full name of Riz Ahmed?
Nope.
Oh, Bodhi?
Bodhi what?
Oh, I don't know.
Bodhi Rook.
The legendary Super Saiyan Bodhi.
Do you know Cassian's last name?
Andor.
Correct.
Because it sounds
It
like
sounds like
Endor.
Endor.
Correct. And we all know Jyn Erso's name from that cringeworthy.
Jin Erso.
I hate and I love the fact that they reshot the cringeworthy scenes, but they also kept even
They also
more
left in a lot of
scenes.
cringeworthy scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, they did the Suicide Squad.
Absolutely.
Stardust. How do you know? Because that's me.
I was gonna say, I said to Chris when they were going through the plans, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be labeled Stardust because they've pounded that name in my goddamn head for the past 50 minutes.
And guess what it was?
And it was.
And Cassian was like, "What is it?" And she's like, "Stardust."
How do you know?
And he was like, how do you know? And
Oh, did he turn into Forrest Whitaker? How do you know?
How do you know? That's me.
How do you know?
That's a good point. We're also on that because we could all agree that the first half of this movie was fucking boring.
Yeah.
It was boring. We had no idea what the fuck was going
You didn't
on.
like that scene on
That
the
weird
moon
Mad
planet?
Max looking dude is like captures Riz Ahmed, and I was like, "Is this guy a bad
Mad
guy?"
Max looking dude.
Or Mad
There's
Max.
a dude who looks like a Morton Joe.
Just because he has a face mask
You
on?
talking about
Yes.
Forrest Whitaker?
No,
Face mask on with a burner cell phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
no, not Forrest
Face
Whitaker.
mask.
There's this
He's
weird.
talking
dude-
about the alien guy with the
Oh, that
Batu
fucking
from
dude.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But-
Fucking-
Bane.
I also thought the blonde guy was really annoying at first.
Oh yeah.
Chirut Imwe.
Yeah, because it's just like
It's funny because he's everyone's favorite character.
Because his name is Chirut Imwe.
Everyone's
also
like,
because he's a blind Asian dude.
I think they just like him
thought it was
because
kinda-
He's a Jedi.
I thought it was kind of cool.
I think they like him because his name
Quote,
is Donnie Yen. And he
Yeah.
has the emotional death.
Also, it's
Because when he dies, they play sad music.
yep.
And
And he's blind.
the tree.
my
And he's
favorite,
like, I know where everything is now.
my favorite part is he walks through the gunfire, and then
That pissed me off. You trying to tell me all these death troopers were just like, fuck it, let the blind dude do his thing, bro?
No, because I think they were trying to like go for like, oh, he kind of has the force, not really.
yeah, you know.
and
Like he's force
pulls-
sensitive, I guess.
Then he pulls the switch, and instead of getting behind cover,
He just stands there.
he just stands
he
there.
explodes.
He's fucking bodied.
Doesn't he actually look back and give him a thumbs up or something?
He's not the Terminator, no.
there was a thumbs
No,
up
he looks
in
he
this
looks.
movie though. There was some stupid thumbs up I saw.
It's when
On rewatch.
K2SO's about to
I was
die,
about to say.
Yeah, yeah.
and he goes, and then the door locks behind her, and Jin turns around and does the scene from the trailer, and then they cut out of the movie.
Yeah.
No, I think it was who's the Rock with the gun?
Baze.
Baze Malbus.
Baze Malbus.
This nigga said the Rock with the gun.
I
Oh
keep
my
thinking
God.
he looks like the Rock every time I
Baze
watch it.
Malbus.
I think it was when the second U-wing came up. He was like, like,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
so
yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
Get me off this planet, please.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
really.
die down
He
here.
just gives him a stupid thumbs up. I'm like,
Oh, he shoots a jet trooper who like has a grenade, and then he falls on the floor, and then
Yeah,
he's
the
like,
guy had the perk.
"There's a grenade there."
The Call of
guy
Duty
just
just
died.
died.
The guy at the Call of Duty, he hit scavenger,
Yeah.
and then he explodes.
Um,
It's because you can tell. I could tell from right. Yeah, I could tell right
That's because he's next to Justin.
as soon as K2SO died. I turned to Renick. I was like, "Oh, here we go. They're gonna kill everyone right now."
dude. Exactly my thought.
Yeah.
Like that was just the first domino to go down.
Did
Yeah.
you have Darth Vader kill them? Wouldn't have been kind of cool.
I thought that's kind of what
And
was
maybe
gonna
then
happen.
Darth Vader could have been wounded because it would have made him slow,
It
like
would've-
he was in the original trilogy.
Yeah, where
Not
here
a
he's
fucking
ballerina.
ballerina, flipping around, flipping a dude, and then slicing him in half while on the roof.
While-
He's like, "You
okay,
want a Cuban
okay,
sandwich? Here's
okay.
some sliced ham."
No, while that scene is cool, I mean, it's like
it doesn't belong in this movie.
Darth Vader.
They parade him around like he's a hero, and we're supposed to like cheer, but it's like
Yeah,
he's
I have-
murdering the good guys.
Yeah,
I don't
he
think
cut a
it's,
man
I think
in
it's funny
half.
we're
I
on this
don't
point
think
because I
it's-
kind of wrote them like in sequential order of the movie. But like that was my very last
So
comment.
do you
What,
just
that
want to
he's
move
amazing?
in terms of his notes and then
Let's
we'll
just move into each character, and we can talk about each.
Okay, well, the film opens with Jenner, so she's a little baby.
She's a little baby
She's
ass.
a little fucking baby. She's drinking
Oh,
blue milk.
actually, I have some points I'd like to mention.
Is
with
she?
this. I saw my notes.
Is she
Yeah.
more boring as an adult or as a kid?
Oh, she's actually not born. She's the most interesting.
Well,
character
I
in
actually
all
like the
cinema.
kid stuff because the kid stuff has. My favorite part of the movie is the kid stuff because I wanted to see that more. Because it's like
I like when they land really far away and have to go on a hike.
Yeah, I
to
don't
get
no,
fucking
that's
get
just
it, bro.
That's
Krennic-
for good. That's just for cinematography because you got the Krennic in the middle of the black. That's just for good shots.
I understand that. They could have parked a little closer, or at least just have them
Yeah,
ride like a little.
I don't know where they
Fucking
live. They could have been
speeder
pulling
or
up to
some
Owen
shit.
and Aunt Peru, and they're like, "Oh, damn, these people are. We're a couple of
Shit,
minutes too
wrong-
late.
yeah,
We're a couple
wrong house.
hours too late. You guys aren't gonna be burned for a couple more hours. Enjoy it." And they're like, "What the fuck?" But no, I love that part. Like the part where it's the flashback on Coruscant, and it's like Krennic's having a beer with Galen.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then-
yeah.
that part.
And when he
Yeah,
shows
that's
up,
cool.
I do like
and
that part.
because it's like it kind of brings up a really good perspective that I think a lot of people forget about, which is in the prequel trilogy, the rebels are the separatists who are the villains.
Yes.
And the Empire are the Jedi.
Yes.
And it's like it brings into perspective that Galen Erso, who we consider a good guy, is not a good guy. He
at
was a
all.
bad guy. And I wanted to see more of that. I wanted to see this kind of
Well, like,
dynamic.
the clash
I
of
would have
ideals.
enjoyed too. It's
Yeah.
like I would have
Yeah.
enjoyed too if like Krennic
It would have added a lot more depth. to
knew
the film
Jin
for sure.
as an adult. Like she came to work on the Death Star and she left because I don't know. Forrest Whitaker picked her up. He's like, "Hey, you want it?" And that's like, he's like, "I got a mind squid,"
Meow.
and she's like, "I love mind squid," and she gives it a little pet, and it's like kind of like touching her. But no, it's like it would have been interesting because it would have made the thing on the spire really cool because that's the only time
Oh my
he
God.
ever meets her. Krennic ever gets to see her face to face.
Yeah.
And it would have been really cool for Krennic to be like, "I raised you. I was like an uncle to you. When
That's
your-
another thing.
when your mom was dead,
Yeah,
I
because
was there for you." And she's like, "You fucking killed my mom, my dude."
the interactions between Krennic and Jin,
Krennic's my favorite character.
same. But like,
And he's the worst character in the movie, which upsets me because he's got the coolest backstory.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you
He's
think
really
about
good.
it, it's like this guy should turn on the Empire. He should be like, but he's why?
Because he gets screwed over by
I
a
kept
CGI
thinking-
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Tarkin's like,
I
fuck
kept-
you, bitch.
We'll
this is
get
mine."
into Tarkin.
I stayed about as far away from the trailers as I could.
Oh.
in
Oh,
this
yeah,
movie.
So you must have enjoyed the movie.
I did because I didn't.
I
see-
didn't. I waited for 3 hours watching goddamn Olympics to see the Darth Vader trailer, and
Oh,
man,
yeah.
it has the coolest shot.
that,
I remember
yeah.
it has the coolest shot. I told Chris, I'm like, there's like one shot in this trailer that's like, I can't wait to see that in the movie, which is where Jyn was on the tower and a fucking
and
TIE fighter flies up, and I was like, hell yeah, sign me the fuck up. And I remember seeing the movie, I was like, it's coming, it's coming. I was like, you even were like, it's coming.
Yeah.
Shit.
And then they didn't put it in the movie because I guess they don't like fun.
I kept waiting because I thought they were gonna pull that Krennic was actually her dad,
What?
sort of thing. Like I don't know if like
Excuse me?
Lyra
It turns out that Krennic and Galen had a gay affair.
No, I
And
was
they
just
had
thinking
little,
that.
Jin,
Like,
little Jin baby.
Get
I
that
don't
out of my
know.
Star Wars movie. You get one gay character, and that's C-3PO and R2-D2, who are also in this movie.
everyone-
we were gay
Okay.
for each other, actually.
Everyone was saying that like Baze and Chirrut were like
Good.
everyone's like, well, they're kind of gay, and it's like because they're
No.
close, that means they're gay.
Yeah, a
Well,
nigga was blind.
There's no shame in having a gay character.
Like it turns out
There
like,
was gay people in this movie. Pig Nose and Buttface show up and they antagonize them. They're very close. Do you not remember in New Hope? Justin, you don't know this,
No.
but in New Hope, he's like, I don't like you. And then his friend comes up, he's like, and then he goes, he doesn't like you either. And that's the typical kind of gay relationship that Star Wars has always been known for.
well, because
Jimmy Smits and a teleprompter.
apparently there is a deleted scene where you see that Baze and
Chirrut Bang.
we're actually gay, and then when he's dying, and then he touches Baze's face, he's like, wait a minute. You were a guy this whole time, and then they explode together.
Oh my god.
both literally and in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a cum joke?
Yeah,
Okay, I get
baby.
So what was your next note?
I was gonna say Galen's death.
Worst part of the movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
I thought
Mads,
he-
what are you doing? You're an actor.
Not only that,
How do you squander
overall,
Hannibal Lecter and...
Krennic.
No, I was
Bless
talking...
you.
What's his name from Doctor Strange?
Caecilius.
Caecilius. Heretic. Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
just said like I would have loved to see way more of
They could-
Galen,
they could've done
and
a
if
lot
he,
with this character.
not only that, if he would have died, go out in a better fucking way, dude.
Yeah.
No, they just had it. Oh, X-wing. Oh, shit!
I kinda got hurt.
Would the
He
movie
did.
would this movie have been better if Galen
If it was
the
written
main,
well,
Yeah.
and it
if
wasn't
Galen
cut.
was the main character and the whole journey was him trying to get in touch
I
with
said that to
Rey.
Chris in the car. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Galen should have been a major character.
with Ray.
Jin.
Okay, I was like,
With
oh.
Ray.
What were you saying?
He accidentally said Ray instead of Jin, but
Hey, they're both 3 letters. Have a Y.
yeah, you're right.
How
You're right.
about Jin stays the main character? Oh, how about Galen is just played by Felicity Jones? I'm down for that.
I feel like Galen and Krennic could
Only
have
if
been
they
put
spell
into
it
one character.
Galen.
Yeah. I
Hello,
feel like an interesting dynamic between Galen and Krennic would have
Krennic.
been,
I would have loved to see more of
because
that
all you
too.
see is the opening scene
And the
where they-
drinking, where they don't talk.
Yeah.
At
Exactly.
all.
Galen
Yeah, it
comes
was just a
in-
flashback.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'll take care of my daughter," and that's the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I already have written here. I was like, director Krennic is by far one of my favorite things about the movie.
You obey AF.
Bay as fuck. All right, you're right.
Do not deny it. I read it.
No, go ahead. I wrote it.
What else?
And then the second half, the pilot Bodhi.
Bodhi.
Bodhi Rook.
I was really pissed how he just. All right, obviously we knew after K2SO everybody was gonna fucking die.
No.
But the way
we didn't know
Bodhi,
that. Because if we watched the trailer, we were expecting Jin and Cassian to get on the beach and run away and have a showdown with Krennic.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
There's this awesome action scene
yeah.
where it's like
Really?
D-Day of her and Cassian
running on the beach.
Well,
and
actually,
the
okay.
Is that where that shot comes from?
So what it was supposed to
The
happen.
really good one that I'm in love with,
With
where he's
AT-AT?
walking on the
yeah,
water
on the
and
water.
the cape is. Oh god, I
what
love
was
that
supposed to
shot so
happen
much.
is
I would have to
they were
rewatch this.
everyone on the team was still alive except for K2SO at this point.
Okay.
They all are running on the beach. Walkers are staring them down, coming at them, and they're running while the walkers shoot the ground, holding the tape. And there's like a shot of like Jin and Cassian running while an explosion hits like to their left. And
I do remember that. Yes.
so at
yes,
this point,
yes.
everyone was alive, and that was supposed to be like when people started.
Yes,
dying.
that would have been fucking great, dude.
Bodhi was probably already dead at this point, or just on the ship, and Krennic was going to follow them and fight them. And they said no. They said that the way the trailers were cut is Disney said, we just want the coolest shots, just put it in. That's like going up to a cook and saying, we just want the tastiest stuff, just smash it all together.
We just
Yeah.
want the best icing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And
I don't want no cake. Just give me the fucking icing.
Yeah. It's
It's just it's really underwhelming too. Like
man.
Because there's a movie here.
Yeah,
There really is a movie
like,
here.
there
but
was
it's
a lot
not
of missed
good.
out. It was
The weirdest thing with Riz Ahmed is, I still
RZA
held.
was in this movie?
What?
RZA was in this movie?
No.
The director
RZA
of The
Med.
Man in the Iron Mask.
Up until he died, I was like, I don't know why, but I still had faith he was gonna be Boba Fett.
I
don't know why.
So I
Wait,
was a
RZA Med
I was a
is-
very large contributor.
Bodhi, the pilot,
Yeah.
who defected.
Before we got a trailer,
Yeah.
for Rogue One, they announced the Lego Star Wars pack to come with it, like for the merchandise, and the big poster had a picture of Slave One on it, and I was like, hell yes.
Oh, shit, did it really?
I was like, Boba Fett's in the movie, Boba Fett's in the movie, and they started casting people, and they're like, we just cast Riz Ahmed in the movie, and I was like, Riz Ahmed, ethnic, young. So not full Boba Fett, because this takes in place between this baby Boba Fett transitioning to old Boba Fett, the New Zealand. Riz Ahmed could fit that. I was like,
Yeah, he's
I was
pretty
like, what
close.
if Darth Vader's in the movie? He hires Boba Fett because how else did he know about Boba Fett during Empire? And he knew about no disintegrations. Can Boba Fett disintegrate Jyn Erso? Yes, I'd like to see that. And this is what I was hoping for. And everyone was like, it has to be Riz Ahmed as Boba Fett. Boba Fett's got to be in the movie. They've said Boba Fett's in the movie. There's leaked Boba Fett stuff, and I was like, just please. put Boba Fett in the movie.
There's one point in the movie where
Nothing.
he pulls out that thing to connect to the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pulled it out. I thought it was a jetpack. I was like, Boba Fett, what?
Oh yeah, that fucking radio looking shit.
How,
Yeah,
how
man.
crazy would that have been if
I
like
was like,
Fucking
I was like, there's no fucking way they're doing this.
if Baze
And then
Malbus
they
turns
did it,
around
and I was like, oh, okay.
and Baze Malbus turns around, he's like, brother, and then it's just he
I know-
puts the helmet on. He's like, click, click, Boba
I
Fett's
know,
in the movie.
I know people
it's
thought
my boy.
Baze was Boba Fett for a little while, didn't they?
Yeah, because I guess people wanted
Guns.
Baze.
I don't fucking know.
They wanted guns.
You know, it's
Yeah.
canon that he's
Elimination.
That the Death Star plan scene, like when they were actually like getting it on the whole fucking tower thing, it felt just like it was really what the fuck. It was all right to watch, but it felt really Indiana Jones like of just
You
like
haven't seen an Indiana Jones movie?
yes I have.
That's
no,
the-
then you know about Han Solo.
That's the one with
Shut the fuck up.
That's the one with Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. Speaking of Mission
Isn't
Impossible,
he the mummy?
I kinda-
That's another vibe you could take off of that.
yeah.
Cause like it was just we gotta climb the fucking thing cause this
I would have felt
fucking claw machine crane isn't working.
Made who's the
Malbus?
engineer at the Galactic Empire? Man. Oh my goodness.
That was another thing in my notes.
We have a door that opens and closes. There's no way to get these plans once you unlock them out of the big tower.
Yeah, the whole fucking I thought the Mario trap door was really fucking stupid.
Oh,
When she
yeah.
was walking through and it was like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
perfectly timed. I'm like,
It's
okay.
called tension.
yeah, they're
It's
like,
called
But it's
Forced-
fucking
forced tension.
pointless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
weird.
like
It's called forced tension.
that and
That's
this,
like if I went to my car and it constantly locked and unlocked and I have no way of stopping it. And I just
Yeah,
have
you just had to
getting
time
into
it perfectly.
Cassian broke his back, and yet he's back.
He gets shot by the-
banged.
Yeah, true.
At first,
True.
yeah. At first, I thought he was
snapped
just
backwards.
dead.
What was
When
gonna
he
break
got
first,
shot.
his soul or his body? Obviously, his body. He had to watch his soul break while he watched Jin do the stupid trap
Yeah,
door.
dude.
Yeah.
And then fucking I wrote Andrew said it, Empire engineering sucks because the fucking console to
Yeah.
move the radio dish.
Oh,
It's like,
Yeah,
50
no.
feet off
It's like
of
instead
the-
of having it right up at the fucking top, they once again force tension. Let's make the bitch walk out 50 feet over this fucking cliff drop,
So
so
a cool-
Krennic could walk out.
So a cool TIE fighter can fly up and
Yeah.
yeah,
shoot
you know,
her.
at least that would have made it fucking
Cool.
redeeming, you know. But no, Krennic's just gonna walk out. And be
Instead,
like,
they had like
"Oh."
a TIE striker like fly over the distance and like boo 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 boo, and she's like, oh no, I tripped.
Oh no,
no, I didn't
yeah.
do
And then
anything.
Krennic's like, I got your ass. And then Cassian's like, I ain't dead. So
He's like, the only thing you cost me is time.
yes,
Yeah, I don't
yes.
What else do you have?
When the rebel fleet showed up, fucking
know. To die.
to die. Unfortunately, yes, to die. But
Oh, yeah, 'cause
I
they-
loved all the scenes in space. All of the fucking dogfighting when they just sent out when the Empire.
Space battle.
Exactly, when the Empire was just like, fuck it, send all the TIE fighters. Like,
Oh wow.
oh my, that
yeah,
fucking
they really-
hanger shot of all of them coming out, I was like,
Yeah,
yes.
I look
They
me
sent a lot of them.
So
Yeah,
much,
me and
yes.
Renick looked at each other. We're like, that's a bit, but then I realized it's like, well, you know, we already know that they don't win
Yeah,
because
the opening for A New Hope.
yeah,
Yeah.
we already know that they give the plans to the people, but none of them live.
Yeah.
So I guess they're obviously like, oh, let's make it overkill,
Yeah.
which I guess made sense. But I was like, oh, TIE fighters, I know those.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
I just think, why? Like,
Yeah, it
in New
just-
Hope, in the opening title crawl, it says after the rebels' first victory, The battle on Scarif was not a victory. They like watched half of their
That was like the biggest L. Like they got the Death Star plans,
I guess the
but-
victory is your only ship was able to make it out alive without Darth Vader slicing your men in half on the roof.
Yeah.
But that good lead into my next note, which is and then cue Big Daddy Vader, because let's all be honest, like we are like, all right, fuck it, the ship made it out. Actually, no, that skips one thing that did happen though. I loved the final scene that we see Jin and Cassian.
Oh, we're on the beach.
I thought that was fucking great.
Why?
Like
They
that was a
explode.
cool way for them to kill him. Like I just thought it was cool.
Embracing while they were disintegrated? Yes, that's what I want to see in my children's Star Wars movie.
Shut the fuck
Right
up.
around for the holidays.
Yes.
No, what I thought was gonna happen was like I didn't think this was gonna happen. What I thought would have been cool.
Yeah, what you would have liked. Yeah, what
Well,
you
yeah,
would've liked.
was like number one, Darth Vader. I guess killed a couple of them at least.
Yeah.
But that like I don't know, Jin would be like sending the plans, and like Darth Vader like comes up behind her and like shoves the lightsaber through her, and she's like, "I already sent the plans, my guy.
Yeah.
You fucked."
He's like, damn
And,
it!
like you can't see the expression on Darth Vader's face, but you can tell he's like, "Fuck, they got me."
All you hear is like
Yeah,
deep
yeah.
ass sigh. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
There's subtitle at the bottom of the screen that says "sigh."
Damn it.
But like something like that would have been like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
But
And this is a minor thing, and we all agreed on this. Kind of fucking sucks. We didn't see the Death Star jump out of light speed. It just appeared next to the fucking.
Yeah, they're all like the Death Star's here, and then you
just
see them look
getting-
over, and then like, oh, there it
I
is.
was like, oh
Was
fuck,
it
it's
said
right there.
in the original movies that the Death Star could
Could
go
move?
light speed?
No. We
No.
just believed. We just believed hard enough.
I mean,
And then
but
it was proven.
no, they did say in this movie though.
Yeah, but they didn't
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
but-
original, so that was like,
okay.
since when can this thing jump back
Fucking
and forth?
move.
They never
but-
had the chance.
Where are the thrusters?
Yeah.
In the back.
That's why,
The
they don't,
exhaust
that's why
port.
they don't show it move, because it looked goofy.
Yeah, it would just be a ball like
floating.
It uses its laser, so it's like...
Yeah.
the other way. It's like fucking rocket boosting a
The
Halo,
Starkiller
bro.
base was a planet.
And I know these were like,
Yeah.
I guess technically weapons tests, and it wasn't ready. I guess.
Oh, fucking Nolan.
What?
When Nolan was like, wasn't the first time they ever fired the Death Star at Alderaan?
Alderaan.
And then I fucking lost my shit. I'm like, you're wrong. It was actually Jeddah, okay? And then after Jeddah, it was Scuddy.
Because when they do the Jeddah thing, it goes. And it's like, let's give our heroes 100 minutes to get out of
To get the fuck out of there because it was supercharged.
Whereas I guess 5 minutes later, when it does it to Alderaan, and because after what's it called finishes, A New Hope is like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
It does it to Alderaan. It's like boom, Alderaan's fucking gone.
That was at maximum power.
I have seen that.
Maximum power. So it reaches the planet's core.
I've seen that on-
penetrates it.
Planet's core.
Seen that on YouTube. Yeah, but you're right. The fucking.
Oh, you've seen that on YouTube?
Seen it on YouTube.
What's that one
That's
thing
what
where you
I-
say
but
the
the thing-
planet? Oh wait,
Oh.
that's in our.
That's from Boss Nass. That's
No,
a
that's-
quote from Phantom Menace where Boss Nass goes, "You need to know the quickest route is to the planet's core."
Okay.
And they go through the
What?
planet's core, and then there's a giant sea monster. You're probably asleep at this
Ralphie,
part.
what?
Yeah, it was.
Ralphie, what did you think?
It was when Jar Jar Binks was introduced, aka the best part of the movie.
Best part of the whole franchise.
That is a really good point, Bill, about that
But-
charge because it's just like pew. Okay.
I do like how at the end of the movie, usually after we see a movie for the first time, even if we don't like it, we're like, that's nice. But we were like, the first thing I said was, damn, those cartoons sucked. Like, I didn't even think of a positive
Knew he
thing to
was gonna
say.
bring it up.
Oh, what
Knew he
the
was gonna
CGI people?
Yeah.
Oh well, of course we're gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
It's so,
Yeah, because
it's-
they're awful.
It's distracting.
He
What do you think?
made
of
your
the-
comment about what you said about the second time.
Because only Renick and I have seen it twice, right?
I've seen it
Yes.
twice.
Have you seen it in IMAX yet?
We saw it. In
We
IMAX
saw
the
it in
first
IMAX
time.
together.
No, we didn't. We
No,
saw it in really.
We saw it.
No, we
all
saw it in
We all
IMAX.
saw it in IMAX.
No, we didn't.
We were in
No.
the theater.
We did not see it in IMAX the first time.
No, we
How are
didn't.
you gonna tell me? I have my stub.
I have
You're right.
a screenshot. You better
Hello.
hold.
I know I'm right. we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
saw it in
you're right.
IMAX
You're
3D.
I paid the extra money. I know what I.
Where did you sit? Why do you have to fucking clap sync?
That's
Wait,
everybody
what
does.
were you trying to go?
Anyways,
with IMAX
he was saying that when he saw it in IMAX the second time,
was
but
better?
we already argued that we saw it in an IMAX. He's saying it looked clearer, and he was saying that I don't give a fuck.
That's the truth.
He was saying that when he saw it the
You're a
second
black guy
time,
telling me
I'm
this.
not you. You can speak. What were you saying about the second time?
I was just saying it looked a little bit better the second time I saw it.
That you said it didn't look as video gamey.
Yeah.
But then, since we all agreed that we did see it in IMAX, where were you sitting the second time? Because let's be real, with IMAX, it kind of does depend on where you're sitting too.
we always sit in our like
We got
fine
close.
seats.
Yeah, we got close near the middle.
I was
Where were you this
a
time?
little
That
bit closer to the screen, maybe 4 rows. Or
But like, were you still towards the middle or off to a
something. No, I
side?
was in the middle.
He was just fully immersed.
Yeah,
I honestly don't think it makes a difference.
Maybe I'm just
I don't know. I just feel like it looked a little bit better the second time. Seeing Princess Leia post her passing is very unsettling. Even though it's not
Because
really...
it proves to us that they can make anybody alive again.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Paul
It
Walker,
is.
dog.
That is kind of what it feels like.
What's his name? Peter Cushing is dead. So they
Super,
did that.
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
No,
that's
it's
true.
very unsettling.
It was funny though, because the first time we watched it, you see first time you're watching, you see him from behind, and you see that he's just chilling there.
Oh,
And
wait,
like,
Tarkin, right?
Tarkin,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, there he is. And then he turns around,
That was the bad one.
and then me and Renick were like, oh no!
Yeah, he's in it.
It looks horrible.
It could have just been him from behind.
Yeah,
There
honestly.
was
And
some
maybe he whispered like blah blah blah.
like there was some scenes where I thought it looked great, but there were definitely some where I was like, "Wow, this looks straight out of a video
I
game."
feel like later in the movie it looks worse. Like I guess in the beginning it doesn't look as bad.
yeah, through about the half when he says, "Yeah, go back." That was the shitty one. And if you can go ahead and put that in, that's the one where I was like,
Let me
"Wow,
see.
that's fucking gross."
Whereas very like it's I
I think when he told Krennic, he's like, "You know what? This is my Death Star now." I thought those scenes looked really fucking good at around that point in the movie. And then, like how you said, everything before and after was like,
But at the very end, when you see Leia, I thought that didn't look as bad as Krennic, but I guess she's literally only there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
We don't
that's
get
true.
to admire him as much as we get.
She's
to
also
Tennant's.
not a skull with skin. She's a pretty smooth surface.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess
Because
so.
I was watching a video of like how they did it.
Yeah.
And like that's one big thing that
I don't know if we watched the same video. I watched it. Was it on the news?
maybe
So I watched a video of like how they did it, and the interviewer was like, "Why did you guys do that?"
I don't know.
And he was like, They're like, yeah, why did you even do it? And he was like,
No, but
She
I
doesn't have
remember
any texture on her face.
the video that I was watching with Leia is just like
it's hard to make from scratch a convincing like face.
that too.
It always
Uncanny
comes out,
Valley.
And the reason why
Yeah, it always-
Tarkin was so hard is because he was old, so you had to add so much fucking more detail to
they
his
always
face.
look,
That's what they said.
always look like plasticky and like smooth.
Yeah, she looks like these
A
all
rabbit.
look like Madame Tussauds fucking
Wax
wax
figure.
models. Yeah.
We're
But-
just not quite there yet because I think it's honestly just because you know it's not a real person. Is the-
That could be it too.
I think it's just a mental thing.
We could
People
just be
aren't weirded
fucking.
out about Paul Walker.
What?
People aren't weirded out by Paul Walker.
I was.
I haven't
but
seen.
Fast
I
7.
haven't heard
I think
anyone
it was him.
complain about Paul Walker.
Nah, I just thought it was.
I think people make fun of it because it's a stupid thing.
It's weird because like also RJ, you know RJ, he texted me the other day.
You might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh. Because we talked about Rogue One and Fifth
Yeah,
Coming. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god. He's like, Leia and Tarkin are CG? And I was like,
yeah, head
I
ass.
was like, yeah, my guy. He's like, I didn't notice. I saw it again. And I was like, that looks a little off. I was like, well.
I mean,
I was
should've
like,
said yes,
I
it was a
I was
cartoon.
like- I was like,
Peter-
Peter Cushing's been dead for over
super
20
fucking dead,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's dead for over 20 years. And yeah, Leia
Leia-
isn't, what's her name? Carrie
Carrie
Fisher isn't
isn't-
19 anymore.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh.
Rest in peace as well.
I was like, yeah.
Rip.
And it's also weird when because I guess not general audiences aren't completely cued in on to what like Star Wars is doing, because I saw this with a friend the second time, and he was like,
This is fucking great.
no, he was
Aw.
like, he's like, is like Rey and them in this one, and I'm like, this isn't episode 8. This takes place before 4. And he was like, oh, and we're sitting in the theater, like the movie's about to start. And I was like, you didn't know that? And it was like, this is about them stealing the plans for the Death Star before, A New Hope. He's like, oh, okay. And then he said something else that was like completely jarring to me. I was like, do you know which movie we're seeing right now, my guy?
I guess.
But I just thought that was weird. I was like, I guess not everyone. I mean,
It is a little confusing just because Star Wars has always been out of order.
I guess
In a way, just because they decided to go back and renumber
I
them.
figured that the 7th one came out last year. People would figure, oh well, next year I guess 8's gonna
8.
come out.
Yeah.
But it's not
But
called.
this
8
isn't
now.
Marvel.
It's very
I guess
confusing.
so.
We don't drop sequels every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They're dropping a sequel every year. It's just not in order.
I mean, well, not every year's a sequel. Not every year is not a sequel to the last.
They're dropping a movie every year.
Yeah.
But it's not a continuation
Multiple.
from the last one. Yeah.
But I guess I thought that was. I was like, yeah, this is an episode 8, and he's like, oh,
But
Yeah, it's a little odd.
I hate this movie.
the big thing we could all agree on though is Darth Vader.
he's in it.
I can't agree on it.
Best part.
Well, he's
No,
not,
they praise him like he's a hero, but he's killing people.
No.
He's
Well,
just
no,
killing
yeah,
good
no. That's.
well, obviously, I mean,
I don't think it was praising.
He's
I
cool,
just
and
think
I
it was,
love Darth Vader. But
Yeah, I just think it was really cool to fucking see. I
it's
wasn't
honestly
saying
only there to make him look amazing. It would have been really cool
well,
if
the
he's
movie-
like. He's got no
to-
point.
yeah.
He's got no point. He's there.
he just showed up like fuck
for
to
5
watch
seconds.
them run away. Yeah.
For 5 seconds because they're like, well, people want to see him, and it's like,
Yeah.
there's no point for him to be in
well,
there.
because the movie coasts on fan service.
Yeah,
So they're like, let's put things that people will want to see.
let's put things
yeah.
people understand.
Yeah.
Something I wrote as well that like as much as he was cool, the introduction of Darth, and you can definitely tell for the amount of time he was in the movie.
If there's a Krennic scene of him doing the hallway, just shooting a bunch of guys, really cool.
That would
have been
fuck yeah.
And if it was the exact same as Darth, maybe he didn't have a lightsaber. He just had this cool little revolver. He's just shooting because it's like things like a laser revolver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And he's shooting-
him as plot front.
And he's shooting all of his people. All the people in the hallway trying to grab it,
Mm-hmm.
and right before he does, they kind of like ship off, and the ship explodes or like crashes into the planet. I was like, man, Krennic's cool, and it was
Yeah.
cool for there, and he had a crazy way to go out for a villain.
Yep.
And maybe then have Vader show up and he's on the ship and,
and
he's like,
fucking kill him because he
Krennic's
failed.
dead.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's-
I guess we had to see Vader with a cool lightsaber
Like-
because lightsabers are cool.
I mean, yeah, like we can't. There's no way we can deny that it was a badass scene, but it
No, I'm
definitely
like,
felt
that's cool.
I think
super
another-
fan servicey.
I
Like,
also thought what also would have been badass is like you said, make our kind of villain of the movie, Krennic, make make him look like the badass.
definitely, he felt so pushed to the side at the end.
Yeah.
They were
Especially
just
since like he after he gets shot.
Plus,
by
he's an Aussie,
Cassian,
and Aussies, I rep you guys. Thank you guys.
After he gets shot by Cassian, he looks up and he sees that the Death Star's about to shoot them, and the Death Star shoots the little laser, and he just explodes because he's on the top of the tower, and you see the top tower explode. And I was like, oh, well, you died.
I
Never
guess
forget my
by
day.
the fucking Death Star.
Yeah.
And I guess if they wanted to go through the irony of look, Tarkin took over his ship,
Yeah.
and now he died from his ship.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, no.
Wow, how
Irony-
poetic.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
rhymes.
It hit me
yeah,
over the
yeah.
head with that irony.
Yeah.
Dab.
And I love all these people who was like, there's an empty chair in New Hope. That was Krennic's seat. And I was like, was it? I don't think George Lucas had any idea.
Yeah, I don't think
George
he
Lucas is
planned.
like,
I think that was
in
George-
2016 when
That
Rogue
far
One is
ahead.
released by Disney.
George Lucas
After
said,
I sold everything,
George Lucas was like, that was just the lunch seat for the
Yeah.
catering.
some dude went to
And I
take a
just-
piss
they
during the
left.
fucking meeting.
But no, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's the coolest part of the movie, and they waste
You
him.
guys remember
Yep.
R2D2 and C3PO?
Oh my god!
Actually, I was gonna say,
They were in
That I was thinking this during the movie.
They
That
were in
scene
the
doesn't
movie.
make sense because isn't R2 supposed to be captured by the people,
the what?
the Jawas, at this point?
Jabba.
Excuse me?
That's BB.
No, they're on the ship leaving for Tatooine, like at the end of the movie.
Well,
They're-
'cause- yeah, because they're supposed to be
The
on
way this timeline works is this
When
film
does
takes
this movie take place?
this film takes place
Well,
an hour
it
before
ends-
New Hope.
yeah.
An hour before New Hope.
Yes.
Freaking-
Maybe like a day before New Hope and ends an hour before New Hope. The ship that Leia's on is the ship R2D2 and C3PO are on. So they fly. They're leaving Scarif. They're like an hour away. Darth Vader flies right. He follows them.
Yes.
They're
And
shooting
that's
that
the
entire time.
opening scene of
and then
New
Leia's
Hope,
like,
obviously.
"We were just doing a peaceful thing." And
Oh, yeah,
Vader's
when it
like,
fucking comes
"Your
in.
ship just left."
He's
the
like, I
ship."
just saw you guys.
He's like, "I just saw you guys. Your ship was on a huge battle. Do you not remember?
So how did C3PO and R2D2 get on the ship?
They were on the rebel base, and they probably just were chilling with Leia.
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess.
okay, that feels bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That
dumb.
feels like crap.
it was a little. I was like, that's weird. Because
Yeah.
I remember I turned to you right before it happened to make a joke, and then Renick like slapped me, and I looked at the screen. I was like, what? And C3PO was like, oh, I'm C3PO.
I hate
and then he was like,
space travel.
I'm R2D2. And I was like, oh,
One thing I hate
kinda
more than
just thrown in
anything
there.
in a movie, and it's
Yeah.
like I hate it. I've hated ever since the beginning.
Clapping?
Is when people clap.
Yeah.
Because it's like number one, I can't hear the movie.
Did they clap for us for this
Or
one?
of R2D2.
Oh, they
Yeah,
clapped for
yeah.
a lot.
Do you not remember?
Actually,
I
No.
I was
know-
so
I was
upset.
honestly
remember-
really immersed into it
It's
just
also
watching it.
really weird because they expect you to know everything at this point. Because at the point where Bail Organa steps out, everything quiets,
No one
and like
claps.
they have like a shot of like, oh, look who it is, like as if like it's like Darth Vader,
It's-
and like the theater is silent because like no one gets it because number one, no one likes the prequels, and number two, everyone's like, this looks like it's supposed to be significant, but I don't get
It's
it.
Jimmy Smits.
Yeah.
When he showed up and he
Bail
didn't say,
Organa is not a great character.
when he showed up and he didn't say anything, I was like,
If it was
is that-
Lando, that'd be.
Well, he'd be a little baby.
no, he's like an adult in Rebels now because that's canon.
Oh,
He would have been Don Glover.
yeah. Imagine they had done that. That would have been crazy.
That would have been fucking.
I'd
wild.
cry. I'd cry in the theater. I'd say I'm done. And
Well,
I'd
because
walk
what's
out.
his name was cast a little while ago, so I guess that maybe that wouldn't have made sense at all. No, I was gonna say Han.
Jared Leto was supposed to be
but-
another thing. Yeah.
What?
When Jared Leto was cast, they were
Jared
trying to put
Leto's gonna be young Han.
Yeah, I wish. Jared Leto is young.
He was gonna
Han.
write. I was gonna say, what is
Smuggler.
he again? Smuggler. Fuck yeah, he's gonna write
Yeah.
Smuggler on his forehead.
That's to me the Star Wars guy knows all the titles. Baze Malbus. But yeah, no, it's like I hate clapping in a film, and this is the most. Like, there's sometimes where I'll allow clapping. You know, it's like, you know what? This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, when Han Solo shows up in Episode 7. It's like, I understand. We've waited 10 years. I feel the same way. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna clap because I'm not a fucking loser. But
When it showed like the Millennium Falcon for the first, they're like the garbage will do, and it turns into Millennium Falcon. It's like, oh yeah, that's
plus,
cool.
that's really done well because it's got the music playing and it's like,
Yeah.
this is like a moment.
Like-
Has
C-3PO,
it-
they're just like,
nostalgia trip and all that shit.
C-3PO, no music's playing. They're just like, here's C-3PO. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Here's some fucking
clap.
droids.
Yeah, it's like they want you to clap, but I don't want to clap because it's stupid. And number one, I clap to say thank you to someone for doing something. You know, you clap like at the end of a play. I clap to say thank
There's
you.
a lot. They
If-
put a lot of moments in here where there's like they want you to.
They
want you to
expected
cheer. They want you to
That's
cheer and
very
clap.
true.
Or
And
like,
it just turned into
oh,
awkward
That's
silences.
why. That's yeah. With the Bill thing, it's completely awkward, silent the whole time because they want you to be like, oh, I recognize that character, but it's like, no one
Who
did.
the fuck is that?
It's
Yeah.
like more of a trivia lesson than.
I was more.
Who is this Star Wars character?
I was more excited when he was like, "Oh, what about your Jedi friend?" And I got more excited for that than I
And
did for
I was
all
like,
Bill.
God
I
damn it.
know who that is.
He's talking about Yaddle from the Jedi Council.
Yeah,
Yoda's side chick.
but
Oh man, but it's like
One thing I think was cool
I-
was Darth Vader's Star Destroyer showing up. I thought that was cool. Like you saw the rebel.
they were all
fucking
leaving, and it just
ships
shows
trying
up
to
and
get
they
away,
smash into it.
fucking Body.
I thought that was yeah. I was like, oh, whoa, shit, Darth Vader.
our
showed up.
heroes are about to be murdered.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, no, they're all already dead at this point, except for Cassian and.
No, I'm talking about
Jen.
just the good guys as heroes as a broad term.
Oh, okay,
I don't
okay.
consider like I consider heroes in Star Wars like a broad sense, like you know
Okay.
the rebels,
Yeah, the
rebels,
versus the
fair,
baddies,
fair,
which
fair.
is the
Yeah,
Empire.
I feel you. But
It's embarrassing. It really is that this film
how
is.
embarrassing!
It's just,
fucking
I think
dweebs.
what upsets me the most is the fact that they were so apparent by showing off good shots. You know,
In the
Like,
trailer?
yeah, like there was like
I went back and
they
watched.
cut out Vader scenes. You're talking about how great Vader is. They pretty much were like, look at all this extra stuff you would have saw of Vader that you don't get to see.
Well, wait till we get it on Blu-ray, and then we get the
I don't-
director's
they're not-
cut.
they're not going to-
extra 16 minutes.
They're
Because
going to
of
give us,
Jared Leto.
They're going to give us 95 extra minutes of footage. They're going to give us a whole new movie, Justin. That's what you're asking for.
They're gonna make a second movie like they did for Anchorman.
I was talking last night.
Just
Those
deleted
are
scenes.
two extra. Yeah, they had They had 3 different movie cuts of that film.
Oh, I didn't know there were 3. I thought
Yeah,
there was 2.
but I was talking to my friend last night who had seen it. He was like, "Yeah," because I know he felt similar with me with how all the characters are very underdeveloped because there's like a million of them. And he's like, "Yeah, you know, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah," because you know they did reshoots and they cut a bunch of shit out. He's like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh man, I hope they release some of that." And I was like, "In reality, they never will." But there's enough where if they were
There's a reason they
decent-
didn't want
I guess what
decent
Renick
people,
said, you
they
can make your
could.
own fucking movie.
They might put like 2 deleted scenes, but it wouldn't happen in a million years where they would release like a cut with everything they cut out.
There's a reason why they
Which is
didn't
a
want to
shame.
with Suicide Squad. Because the stuff they cut was what they considered bad.
Well,
and
'cause
they don't
obviously
want to
people-
show off the bad stuff.
Obviously, they cut out things for a reason. But if there's things that they cut out that I might make it better, I guess. I don't know, but like when they cut out the cool things that you see in trailers, I guess, which is a good thing I don't watch trailers.
Well, actually, there's been a really interesting trend now of the extended cut. 4
Like
movies.
DC?
4 movies. No, Ghostbusters had an extended cut too.
Oh, you're right,
A bunch
yeah,
of films have been now
Oh, that's the
realizing.
one my roommate was watching. He was watching the extended cut.
A bunch of people have been releasing films that are bad and then giving us a decent extra amount of footage depending on the movie.
I wouldn't even say
where
that's
it's
what they're
like,
trying to
it's
do.
supposedly trying to fix it. You're getting people to pay for it twice.
Yeah, that's
what they want.
That's, what they want. They're
yeah.
like, oh, here, well, let's write extended cut.
So
under it.
essentially,
Yeah,
they're
they'll-
releasing DLC.
They'll probably do that.
Yeah, they're
fucking-
just releasing.
It works.
They're putting extended cut on it. Basically, just says, please buy the
Buy the
Blu-ray."
fucking
Because no one buys
And
DVDs
and I feel
anymore.
that's the
Or
worst
DVD,
part
you know what I meant,
because
right, in general.
I know our whole thing is movies, but we talk about this a lot with games and DLC and whatnot. And what hurts like the industry with shit like this,
I want
is
to do a
that-
video games cast. I've been actually saying that. I mentioned you
Yeah,
guys what
let's
I
do
wanted
it.
as a video games cast where we kind of just sit around, eat a little bit of food.
Foreshadowing? Question
yeah,
mark?
Yeah.
definitely. we can do that.
Oh,
But
Easter egg.
no,
Don't even
it's
have
just
time
like
for
It's just like fucking. It just hurts the industry so much that like the general, like how you said, the general audience and just the general public that watch this shit with an open mind, they're just like, yeah, man, an extended cut, extra scenes, this and that. That sounds fucking great.
Yeah.
But when in reality, it's just hurting everything because we're just cash cows. Nobody really fucking cares about a movie's opinion anymore unless it's a single-off movie and a director that cares, which I'm guessing is how you all feel about La La Land because I haven't seen that yet.
God.
It's how Chris has stated to me,
so good.
it is a film's film. It is an actual movie. Like, it's good. So, you know.
Whereas, like, with, I mean, I'm
confused.
That's what he told me. Just the point I'm trying to get at is just this whole extended cut bullshit. It just sucks. And the fact...
film is just a good time. It's just a good film.
talking about
It's
La La Land.
about
Yeah, we're talking about La La
film.
Land at
It's
this
just a
point.
good
Yeah.
film about filmmaking. It doesn't need an extended cut
This-
because it's
wow.
a complete
I
package.
feel like with
Yeah.
Rogue One, it's just
Because
I
there's
mean,
not anything missing from the movie.
And
the
that's
big
another
difference.
thing, too. With all these cuts from movies, why the fuck would you even make the scene? And then, like, how we're bitching...
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because I guess they don't know. They don't always know what'll make it into the movie when they make the trailer.
agree.
Oh no,
That's
Star
very
Wars got
true.
reshot. Force Awakens got reshot as well.
Yeah,
That's very
They don't
true.
always know what they're gonna put in the trailer, but what?
I think I
Nothing.
just sent you a text.
Nothing. But, like, yeah, you could give them the benefit of the doubt in that way. But I guess at this point, I'm just bitching about the movie industry in general at this
Oh
point.
well, yeah, it's awful, and we know that. But there's
fucking
no change in that, no
trash.
matter
Yeah,
what.
yeah, yeah.
But like with this, it's like they know no matter what, even if people don't like
Star
it,
Wars,
which
people are
they-
gonna fucking watch it.
Yeah. Even if this had a 28 on Rotten Tomatoes, it
Would make money.
would make
Though
money.
it's probably not going to cross $1 billion.
That-
We just
no,
saw.
I didn't.
We
I didn't
just
really
saw today.
I didn't
Oh no, a
expect it
bunch
to
of
cross
people
that.
were like, it was
I
because
didn't
it had
think
such a
so.
strong opening. But now it's battling Sing. Sing is giving it a real run for its money and is bombing in China.
Yeah, because they're like, we put Chinese people in it.
Yeah,
Please come
Donnie
see-
Yen,
please
Donnie
come-
Yen, please.
please come see it.
Okay.
And they were like, no, we still don't care about your backwards.
Chinese hate
wizard
Star Wars.
shit. Yeah.
Well, Chinese hate religion. I mentioned that to Chris. They hate
Yeah.
religion because they don't have it because it's a Cuban. Not
This man was gonna say a Cuban sandwich. I'm fucking...
so hungry. I'm so hungry. Because it's
Say Cuban.
communist and communists hate religion.
Well, I guess it's technically...
And you know, the Force is like
Yeah. And,
Religion.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Because Anakin, you guys told me, is like
Chi-
Jesus in the flesh.
Jesus guy.
What people have pretty much the people who've tapped into Chinese cinema correctly have realized that they don't care about they want weak story.
And they like robots fighting.
No,
And
they
visual.
they just want
Spectacle,
they want
kind
yeah
of.
they want not even spectacle.
Well,
They
eye
just
candy,
want-
pretty much?
They just want stuff that they can be like, oh
Ooh.
oh
Ah.
So every
Because-
stereotypical
yes.
Chinese fucking...
because
That's the
Transformers.
Chinese
I
language.
guess,
Oh.
Transformers.
fucking
No
throw
offense.
pants.
Gangbusters.
But they
over
don't
there.
have to know who's who. They can just say they can just watch people punch each other.
Yeah, that's the
Not
robot.
people.
Rogue One.
Whoa, that robot's fighting that,
That robot fucking ripped the head off the other robot, but it's
Rogue One,
PG-13 because it's robots.
They're watching.
yeah,
they're
exactly.
watching magic, which they don't like. They're watching all this crazy stuff going on, and they're also just watching. They watch Asians get murdered, which I bet they want to see. They want to watch their own kind be killed.
No.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
guess communists is... What's that?
They're
I don't
like-
know.
Yeah, movies about escapism.
I guess we have a president.
Yeah.
They say.
Kind of.
kind of.
I guess. He has the name.
Yeah.
But anyways. So, is that any other thoughts?
Do you have any other comments about the movie?
Favorite character?
Yeah, why don't we all say her
Oh, yeah,
favorite
true,
characters?
favorite character.
Favorite character.
Sad because he was wasted, but Krennic. No, not mine, Squid. No.
I thought you said Renick. I was
Or
like,
no.
yeah, he's my favorite character.
Yeah, baby.
My picture can be
but-
Orson Krennic.
Krennic.
I look like him.
I'll put it up
Fucking Krennic, dude. I just thought he
You
was
really look
super
like him in
fucking...
that shirt.
Especially, yeah.
The
there.
power.
Yeah, I said the power.
Bring out the garrison. He's got like a little Australian twang, but he doesn't have like the full Aussie.
He's from Space Australia.
He's from Space Australia.
Jace!
Jace from Space Australia.
Fucking...
Oh, I need to see a man about a wallaby. Oh, Director Krennic, we're on the Death Star. Oh, where's my Vegemite? That's what he's like, yeah. Oh, no.
Fucking Vegemite. Oh my gosh, man.
But do you have a favorite character?
Yeah, who's yours?
I like Krennic a lot. I like Galen. I don't like any of the team.
That's a really good point, Galen.
I like Mind Squid.
Mind Squid?
I like the actors, but I don't like their characters. And who else? I mean, I'd say Darth Vader, but that's just because I like he's
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's fucking Darth Vader.
I guess
dude.
let's-
Who wasn't
yeah.
hyped when he was on
He
screen?
has a cool suit. I don't
It
like
looked a little different to me, but
And
no,
he-
I thought that
It's
was
very
just me.
different.
Yeah.
When you look
Yeah.
at it, it's like they do comparisons now.
When he-
all the
when he
different
walked
versions.
out, I was
it
like,
doesn't look like
oh.
any of the other versions.
Yeah.
He looks the
It was
closest to like Return, which doesn't make sense. Maybe they still have that one intact and it wasn't burned like the rest of them.
Yeah,
George
maybe.
Lucas is like, no more Star Wars, and he burned them all. But yeah, it's very strange. I'm kind of bummed out Hayden wasn't in the film.
Christensen?
He was originally
wasn't he? Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot.
Yeah, I guess they were gonna have him like, all
you're
burned
right.
up.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been him because at this point he would have been an adult.
Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot about that though.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be in it.
He's supposed to be in this and episode
Oh,
8.
what? So Hayden was gonna be Gray Vader, like under the fucking suit.
Yeah, but I guess they were just like, let's just make it.
But I mean,
egg.
he would already be old at this point, so he wouldn't look like Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
like
that's
they care,
true,
though, 'cause they
'cause
still made him a
Wouldn't
ballerina.
at this
That's what I think I hate
in
about
this
the film the
time
most.
frame of the universe,
They honestly
Obi-Wan's
would-
old.
I'm sure
and
they
he was
would give a
young.
shit anyway.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already been talking about. Don't even mention
Isn't
Obi-Wan's
it?
movie.
Isn't it accurate that his
Don't get me
base
started.
is still
There's
at
no
that,
point to
on
an
that
Obi-Wan
lava
movie at this
shit,
point.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where
He's
he
fighting
got
Darth
fucked
Maul
up.
another time as old Obi-Wan now. It's like
And Rebels,
in
I
Rebels,
did see a
that's
lot of shit
stupid.
about that.
It's like you could have saved that for an Obi-Wan movie that you
He has
guys
robot-
don't
he
want to
has-
have to
he
make
has
soon.
robot
That's why
legs,
you
right?
don't catch me fighting
Yeah,
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul
anymore.
has to, and so did Obi-Wan. It's just kind of like covered up with fake human skin because he is ashamed of it.
Wait, Obi-Wan has robot legs?
No, I was just messing with
Oh,
you.
okay.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Who's your favorite?
Terminator?
That's somewhere in
Darth Maul turns into a spider in Rebels.
What
for
the
like one
fuck?
episode.
He gets 6 legs.
Oh my
Who's your
god.
favorite character?
That's actually an ant. Spiders have 8.
He has 2 arms.
Got me there, bro. Got me there.
That's a good point.
You
Thanks.
got me. You got me.
I feel bad saying this, but what could have been Galen
Shinji.
is my favorite character.
Shinji.
What?
Shinji's the best.
Shinji.
Shinji's the best character.
Shinji's best
But no,
character.
Get in the
I-
fucking Death Star.
I do think that Galen's the
It's the nut
best.
shack.
Galen's the best.
Get
Yeah.
in the nut shack. Get
Galen,
Peter
no,
Griffin.
but I could agree on that. Galen.
Galen's the
fucking
most interesting character.
Yeah, it's just
He's the most
wasted.
interesting
Everyone has-
character to
yeah.
have 2 scenes, and in the second scene he dies.
Yeah.
That's the problem I think with Galen is it's like he's got so much promise, and then the second scene you
He
see
has
him
a
he's
lot of
blown
potential
up.
to be a cool character in the
Yeah.
movie.
So does everyone.
And, like, he even-
No.
No.
Nah, not everybody.
I feel
Not
like
everybody.
him more
No.
so than anyone else.
Yeah,
Like,
Galen and Krennic, I feel.
The
were
annoying
most
robot
wasted.
had no potential. The annoying robot
Fuck
just said
that robot.
R2D2?
no. K2SO.
Oh.
C3PO.
He just spoke in jokes.
Yeah, comedic relief.
The only time he didn't joke was when he gunned people down.
Like
There's-
we heard the people go, oh, when he died. I was ask Andrew, bro. I was like, yes.
I kind of felt bad. I was like, oh,
Finally.
he died. But there's one part where I was like,
They already copped out with killing him the first time when she shot the robot in Jeddah, and then he's like, "Was it not me?" And I was like, "Alan Tudyk, you better watch your mouth, boy. I'll smack you back to Candyland."
I think I would have liked the movie better if that was where he died.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
I
get
would
fucking.
have been.
Chris, I
Cassie
audibly
would've been like,
gasped.
bro, what the fuck?
I audibly gasped
Yeah,
when
we
that
were
happened
like-
because I was like, "Did they just kill him? We're not even like an hour into the movie."
I would have kind of liked that a lot, actually,
Yeah.
even though I love the robot.
Accidents happen.
I would've liked
I also like how he's completely useless. Besides the 1 second he was.
He's the
needed on
worst
screen.
robot ever. Can we just discuss that real
He was
quick?
needed on Screef, but besides that, it's like he did some cool action. But besides that, he
There-
doesn't
He's
do
supposed to be a
anything.
strategist. He sucks at that. He can't fly a plane, even though he's a robot, and he should be able to know how planes
I don't know
work.
who I should blame, him or Cassian, the guy who hacked him. God, Cassian Andor. Why do we need Latinos?
but I was gonna say
We
like,
got already a John Boyega
They have They
who
have
captures
like a,
everything.
Have you seen District 9?
Yes.
You
Oh.
seen District 9?
I love this.
There's
shit.
there's one part in District 9 that was a trailer shot where a dude shoots a bazooka
Yeah.
at the ship, and then what's his name catches it like that.
Like a prawn?
No. Remember when he's in
The mech.
The
The
mech,
alien mech.
yeah.
and he catches the bazooka thing?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that shot's awesome. And they had something similar here where there's a part where a Death Trooper's like, oh, grenade. And then what's his name's like, he fucking
He
catches
catches
it.
it and
And I was like, oh,
chucks it.
that's kind of cool. But then they're like, nah, we're not going to do cool things anymore.
Yeah.
Let's just have everybody die.
That whole action
And it's a
scene
bitch.
on Jeddah is pointless and stupid.
Honestly, a good way to
That's-
sum up this movie is like just
Pointless and stupid.
pointless, but let's throw like 3 cool things in there. And you're like, and when it happens, you're like, that's cool.
It's Gareth
Exactly.
Edwards.
And then that's it.
Fan service.
It's
Yeah.
Gareth
That's
Edwards.
what this movie was. It
Gareth-
was fan service.
Gareth
Cool
Edwards
thing,
is good at showing 2 things. He's good at showing scale,
Yeah, he is.
like
he is, yeah.
how big something is and how small something is, which he's a great visual director. He's like Zach. And he's good at
But
showing
he's not a story one.
he's good at showing something like he's good at giving people like an essence of an idea from a different perspective,
Oh, that's
which is
an-
what he shows.
That's honestly an amazing point because one of my favorite just stills from this movie was the fucking planet of Scarif and the fucking Death Star just like rising over it like the sun. I thought that shit.
Like,
was
it gives
great.
I agree, but I thought you were going where I was about to say. There's one shot
The
where it's like-
eclipse.
no, but that was cool.
on Jeddah. That was fucking.
No,
great.
there's one part where it's like I heard people thought this part like looked silly and stupid, but I thought it was kind of cool.
What part?
Where it's like they're on they're on Scarif, like the ending. Scarif, the ending beach scene. They're all shooting, and then the blind guy is like, and he turns, and there's like just a bunch of smoke, and you see the AT-AT come out. I was like,
I like that shot.
Bro,
that looks cool.
that was really fucking.
I like
cool.
that
I wasn't like AT-ATs. I know what that is. I was just like,
I don't think there's a reason
it
for
just looks
AT-ATs
good.
to be in the movie.
I like that part because I was like, man, these things are gonna kill so many people, and then 3 X-wings blew them up, and I was like, you know, we had X-wings on Hoth. Like,
I was like,
where were you guys to blow these up?
People said that maybe because of this battle they like beefed them up. That's why they're hard to defeat in Hoth.
I think
Which I guess that's a cop out. But
I
I
mean,
guess it would make sense.
I guess, yeah.
But there's another thing where it's like you see Baze has a bazooka and he shoots the thing and the thing is like bang, and then they're like, oh, he got it, and then it's like, nah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, when the AT-AT just takes
I thought
the
that was
shot
a cool
to the
shot.
fucking-
He's like, if only I had a string,
it's like,
and I could run around in circles under its feet.
Yeah.
I love the part where they're running from it, and the foot like lands right next to him, and the dirt smashes their face. Gareth gives you
there's cool shots.
Gareth gives you another perspective of a story that you usually don't get to see. But the problem is, it's like the perspective we want to see is not the one you're showing us, Gareth.
Yeah.
Example is in Godzilla. Godzilla's in Hawaii. He's about to wreck shop on the airport, and then what is Gareth?
All you see is foot smash airplane.
And Gareth is
that's
like,
the one you're talking about, right?
You guys
From
want
the-
to see it on? You guys want to see it like how a normal human would on the news? Because that's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a news broadcast of it. Because that's what you would normally see. You're not going to get a perfectly shot thing because you're not that kind of person. You're a rebel. You're going to see the rebel battle.
You're a rebel.
You're going to see the rebel battle. You're going to see it on the ground. You're going to see the Death Star laser on the ground. You're not going to see anything cool. You want to see Death Star fly? The rebels aren't paying attention to that. They're paying attention to their legs, which have been blown off by a Death Trooper. But I'm like, Gareth, that's not what I want to see. I want to see a well-shot, a well-acted movie.
Crazy shit. You know, that's a good
It doesn't take fan service to make like, you know, cool shots and scenes and set pieces in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But that's like I guess that's what they assume it is because they're like.
Where were the Infinity Stones?
Shut the fuck
I was waiting for that because you know Thanos he's out there in the galaxy.
They
somewhere.
have
He's coming.
He's coming.
One
The
of
glove
them's
is in the Death Star, bro.
One of them's powering the Death Star. It's the Power Stone.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah,
That's what's
like-
powering the laser, right?
I like how they spend all that
Aren't the
time
other
talking
Infinity
about
Gems and the lightsabers?
I like how they spend all that time talking about the Kyber crystals.
Only
No, that's the
and for it to be
Infinity
pointless.
Yeah.
They're like,
I
Kaiba.
thought they were setting that up or something because.
on Jeddah, right?
Yeah, because the blind guy, he's like, I hear your Kyber crystal over there. Or
Wasn't that
whatever.
supposed to be a plot point before
It was.
reshoots?
They were supposed to be stealing Kyber crystals.
Yeah.
So the Death Star can't be
Why the fuck?
fired.
Yeah, but that...
There's only on
They put it
Jeddah.
up to Renick.
Wait,
I feel
but-
like it would have been cool if it was not like a spy film, but like a kind of like because it is kind of a heist movie, but not really.
No, a heist movie is people do their own certain jobs at a certain time.
Yeah.
If you could say Bodhi Rook's certain job was pulling a cord to plug it into another thing, and then Baze Malbus was
the
to
guy.
shoot.
He
and
was
then-
the marksman, and you could say Bodhi was like the technical guy.
Yeah. What it should have done is it should have been like this.
Cassie
Like they
was
were
the
going, like they were
smooth
kind of
talker.
going around recruiting people instead of just they ran into the guy. They're like, "Hey, come with
Come
us."
the fuck on.
Yeah.
They could have had T.I. He could have.
They could have done
Don
that.
Cheadle.
Yeah, no, I feel like, I don't know. It would have been really interesting instead to have Jin be on the planet, because maybe Jin, she's a part of the Empire. You know, she grew up in the Empire.
She can kind of mingle with them, and they wouldn't know.
Yeah, she could.
Wait, what planet?
What do you mean?
You said Jin be on the planet.
Oh, Scarif.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know,
that's what
because
I
I
thought.
thought, like I was saying, the film should have opened with her being a part of the Empire. That's why the rebels bring her in handcuffs, because I guess she's a threat, even though she isn't a threat.
Yeah.
She's been raised by a rebel, even though he's weird old Forrest Whitaker. It's like that guy's still on your side, technically. You know, it could have
Did they ever
been.
give her a reason for arresting her?
No.
She was just in cuffs.
You know,
Yeah. No. Well,
Yeah.
they say they bring up like things she's been charged with before, and she's like, "What the fuck do you guys want?"
Yeah.
It
They're
should have
like,
been.
"Oh, we just brought you because you're your
Plot.
father."
It should have been.
Caitlin or
It
something.
should have been like you've lived with the Empire your all life. You grew up in them, and only recently have you left them to join Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Hook us up with Forrest Whitaker, and she's like, I'm not gonna do that. And they're like, hook it up or you're dead. And she's like, okay, I'll do that. Or
Okay.
your dad's dead, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
And
the
she's
entire
like,
time,
"My dad's alive."
she could be with them, and she could be like, hey, Krennic, I want to go on Screef. I want to tell you about these rebel plans. And he's like, my baby girl, I love you. You're like my daughter. And she's like, okay, whatever. And she's like getting tea with him and all that. And she's like a spy. She's like the spy part of the movie.
Yeah.
And while she's sneaking in,
It's really funny you're saying this because what I'm imagining is
and while that's when the troops are moving in. That's when the troops are moving in
That-
on her ship.
so,
That would
Inglourious
make a lot-
Bastards.
That would make a lot more sense than yes.
because the conversation, the exact thing I'm thinking of is
Au
when
revoir, Shoshana, yeah.
when Hans Landa is talking to Shoshana and that
I
whole
would.
tent.
I'd love a scene where they all bust in and they just
Just fucking annihilate
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine. Like,
Yeah.
just fucking,
But that's what I'm talking about. You know, she's like trying to mingle, but she doesn't really care. The troops are moving in instead of just them they use an outdated call sign. You know, shouldn't have been. Wow, this ship, which didn't report back after it was on Edu when we were attacked. They're showing up now, and they were relocated, even though this isn't a record. These guys are coming. That's not suspicious. Let them in.
Let him in.
And then we search them, but we don't search the lower deck because...
Oh, you're talking about getting through the shield first.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one raises
and then
any
they go on to
suspicion.
search the ship.
That was that fucking.
And then they beat him up, and then Cassian dresses up as a...
Cassian dresses up as a dude.
Imperial officer.
dude.
And then Jin
Which-
dresses up as a dude.
What fucked me up is no trooper saw that.
Yeah.
They were just like, wow, he went from complete white
Han
guy
Solo did it
to
on
a
the
Mexican.
Death Star. Han Solo and Luke did on the Death Star, so it's pretty
Oh,
plausible.
but they had
They had helmets on.
Oh.
Yeah, they had helmets.
Yeah. Great work, guys.
Also, they went in with 2 stormtroopers, then they came out with no stormtroopers.
That's true. Yeah.
That another really
They're
good
just up
point.
there.
It's not like you
And
had
the dude manning the gate was just like,
It's
yeah,
not like you
Yeah,
had
with
2
the
other
tiki
people to be
No-
it's not like
nothing
you had
to
2 other
see here.
people on your crew to be stormtroopers.
you know, out of the
They
fucking
also
19
went
you
in
brought with you.
without a robot, came back with a
Fucking.
I don't know.
Also,
Sure.
with the Bodhi thing, he has to stay on the thing. He stays on
ship.
the ship the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, because he has to stay there the whole time, a Death Trooper throws a grenade in,
fuck-
and they explode.
What? Whose
He
idea was it
didn't
to throw a
even-
grenade in there? They didn't know anyone was there.
Yeah.
They were just
Yeah.
like, I guess, who cares?
Let's blow up everything.
Everything's gonna explode, and let's just add to it.
When I saw my
And he
friend
just
the
looked at it and he was like, well, I mean, fuck it.
When I saw the
Well, what
second
else was he
time,
gonna
I
do?
saw the second time with my friend, and the dude threw the grenade in, and you just see like Bodhi's face, and then the giant thing explode. My friend turned to me, he's like, "What the fuck was that?"
Like, this is an amazing point. What even was the point? I guess.
This guy was like, "No one's looking. I'm just gonna blow this
Like
shit up."
I said, if you're gonna Saving Private Ryan at the end of this fucking movie,
not.
no, what I mean is just like killing off the whole
like that was
hero
obviously
squad.
the tone they were going for.
Yeah, like if you're gonna Saving Private Ryan at the end of this movie, at least make their deaths.
See it.
At least make their deaths fucking reasonable. They were doing something.
Yeah.
And like the biggest example you can think of is Bodhi. Just I'm hanging out in the plane and like.
It's just a mashup of like what people wanted to see.
Yeah.
It's like if a redditor got to make a movie.
They wanted to
He's
make
like,
they wanted to make a war film.
Yeah.
But with Star Wars, and that's that's what we got.
because it's
Because it's a war.
Do you remember when someone said that in an article? It's like
It's called
this
Star
is,
Wars.
This is the most war film in the Star Wars franchise, and it's like, how is it not a war? How is all these other films not a war film? Because they all are war films. It's just not a war
Hoth.
film because I guess the main character has a magic sword. But yeah, it's just all over the place. I mean, I think the problem, why everyone doesn't like it is we were promised a different film through everything.
Very much so.
And you know that's what I hate
But
about films these
me
days.
personally, I love this film.
I'm going 8 out of 10.
I'm going 8 out of 10.
No, I'm not going 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a solid 6 out of 10. It's a 60. It's a D. It's a dunce. It's not a passing grade. You did some good things though. You didn't completely smash
It's
rocks
not-
together.
No, yeah.
You smash rocks together. You created 3 sparks. You create a couple of sparks.
But you don't got a fire.
You can't start a fire. Maybe you replace Bodhi Rook with John Legend.
Oh,
John Legend,
beat me
maybe you
to
put
it.
him in the movie. Hey, John, I know you're going to be listening to this because you're a good friend of mine. You favorited my tweet. Hey, love and respect to you, my man. I love you so much. Hey, tell Chrissy you're welcome over every Christmas. He actually came over on Christmas. I'll just show you guys the picture. We can put it in.
I'll put it in right here. There it is.
Yeah, John, I know you're a good friend. Call me. I know they have Donald Glover.
We would love
I
to
know
have you on
that-
the show sometime.
We'd love to have you on the show. I know they want Donald Glover as Lando, but maybe you can play Finn's dad, Finn's brother, maybe. Maybe he had a secret brother.
Or maybe you just play Finn.
Yeah,
He gets
maybe. Who wants John Boyega? When he was doing Pacific Rim, he left Star Wars for Pacific Rim. I'd love to see you in every movie, John.
So in
You're
that
a good friend of
case,
mine. I'll link you in the description, okay?
what are we rating it? You said
He
6.
said 6. What's yours?
Yeah, it's a dunce.
7.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, because I guess because.
He said it. It's on his Instagram.
Oh wow, yeah, that's some really big text for Instagram. But
Well,
yeah,
he's
I
got an
feel-
Android. He's got an Android, okay?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
got
we'll put it in. 7 because
I love John so much. What a man.
I guess I just not knowing enough because I'm listening to how you guys are conversing about what happens before. What happens before and after, and how it really doesn't add up. And once again, this does tie into the fact that I like Star Wars, but I haven't seen the others like
so
that.
it is legit, just like a.
It's a cool,
it's
it's to me, it's a standalone. It's a cool movie, but from what I know,
But I feel like if you're saying if you were like
Yeah, if I were as
you were to
deep
know-
into it,
yeah.
how you guys are,
You'd probably
The film,
Rated
that
less.
the film that leans on the most, you haven't even seen.
the
So-
fourth,
Yeah.
fourth film.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So that's my take on that. Andrew,
6.
6
attaboy.
reasons.
It's not a good movie.
But reasons. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, D isn't good at all. D for diploma, baby.
There's so much better things they could have done with what they had.
So you're
Put
saying,
Boba Fett in.
so
laid
yeah,
out.
so basically really shitty character developing.
No, just
It's
this-
Well,
because like
waste
where
of chance.
Where we say it could have been better because Boba Fett in. We're being no, that's honestly being hypocritical. Whereas
Because
we
we're
would
calling
like-
it fan service, yeah.
Yeah,
And then we're like,
but-
I would have loved Boba. Yeah.
It's hard.
This film was all fan service and you couldn't put Boba Fett in. Now I'm even more upset. He should have been in this movie.
Yeah, it's like
This is like the perfect movie for
lot-
Boba
But
Fett.
then, yeah, this goes back to what you guys were saying about
God
Gareth.
damn it.
This goes back to what you were saying about Gareth.
ending it off.
Oh my
I'm ending it
God,
off.
he has a gun. Boy.
God damn it, I can't walk it. Ugh.
There we go. All right, this goes back to what we were saying about Gareth Edwards, though. Where please don't. Where
Boba Fett should put Boba Fett in the movie.
nigga, I'm not Gareth Edwards. Stop.
Boba Fett in the movie.
This goes back to what we were saying though, where he can't
I
make
want
up his
Minion.
mind.
yeah.
Where it's like we didn't know what tone he wanted.
Redone.
Obviously, he wasn't thinking fan service.
Yeah.
but you know
That's what Disney wanted because they know that's what's gonna get us in the seats, baby.
I don't
that's gonna
care
get us
what
the
Disney
money.
wants anymore.
Honestly,
Disney wants money. We're gonna give it to them.
that's
no
why
matter
we're gonna
what,
put
baby.
6 villains in Spider-Man.
I mean, I've said before, but it's like once I finish episode 9, I quit. And by that time, I'd have seen everything I'd wanted to see.
Yeah.
I'd see Donald Glover happy again,
it's true.
and I'd see episode 9 over. But I'm mainly caring about Donald Glover right now. It's tearing me up because this boy deserves a dream.
I
Make
want-
Donald Glover Boba Fett.
Do you
Can we get a Donald Glover Attack of the Clones too? And it's just everyone's Donald Glover. That's my heaven.
Imagine that's a subtitle for it's called Han Solo Attack the Clones 2.
Oh.
I'd like that, baby.
Can Boba Fett be in the Han Solo? Boba Fett can be in the Han Solo.
Prison
movie.
Mad, bring him back.
Risen Mad, yes. Or what if Lando is secretly Boba Fett? He's wearing a disguise. He pulls off his Mission Impossible. That's a real spy movie. I don't know.
Chris,
I also kind of want to. I did like it better the second time I saw it. I kind of just because I knew what I was getting into. I guess. I think I'll give it a 6.5.
okay. So, but
A 6.5, just because like it's hard because everyone always says we don't want the same shit from Star Wars. But
at the same time, it's the logic of if you try something new, oh, what the fuck? Why didn't they do this?
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there for them to do that's new? In
I
Star
don't know.
Wars?
Be creative. You know what I mean?
How's that? Yeah.
Just come up with an idea. I'm just saying. Star Wars is super limited.
I'm not
Like,
on
what
the
else is there to do?
I'm not in the Disney team. I don't need to be creative for them. That's not my
just-
job. That's their
No.
job.
But
I'm just saying there's
that's
nothing
I
for
get
them to
his
do.
point. Yeah, it's
Whoa! It's the Force. It's a Jedi.
nah,
It's a story
on
about
other,
Jedi.
On other
Think
planet
of something-
fucking
I don't think-
explodes.
yeah,
The Senate
think of-
or
I don't
some
know,
shit.
Think of something new, I guess.
Like
Well,
that's,
you know,
that's why I kind of like the idea of the First Order though, where it's like the
It's
leftover.
just the Empire again.
Yeah, but it's the leftover. Like I just like the idea of
It
it's
built
the left.
upon after the leftover.
Yeah.
yeah. Where it's like that's
It's
them.
like the
that's
concept of fucking Nazis
if anything,
and neo Nazis. Like no,
That's
it's
our
not
in
over.
between because that's their thing of thinking something new, but also being like similar, being
To the
faithful
old.
to the original.
Yeah,
But
you know I respect that, but how the fuck did you make a base out of a planet?
yeah,
Like I feel like all they have left for them to do. I mean, they can't. Star Wars is super limited.
I'm just waiting for a flying DeLorean in these movies. When is it gonna happen?
Yeah.
Doc Brown's gonna open the door like in the middle of like fucking Death Star
Doc
4.
Brown is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, he's gonna open the door in Death Star 4 and be like, "Oh shit, we're in the wrong place. Let's go,
Wrong place,
Marty,"
yeah.
and then fly back again.
Yeah.
But-
That's just a shame. Like, I don't think there's anything else for them to do. It's like, they could do an Old Republic movie, but that's going to be even weirder, because that's prequels times 100.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I feel like
really
it's gonna be
I
the
feel like
whole-
general audiences wouldn't be up for that.
Everyone wants as, like, a show, and I could see
No
that.
one cares about the shows though, honestly.
If it was, like, a Netflix show?
No, but I mean like general audiences.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's
but
gonna be
no.
like, I'm not gonna bother watching.
I think that's what sucks about our conversations. We really talk about what we would think is fucking great as fans, and it honestly would be. But
Well, I
then
don't
one
care.
thing we also need to take into the fact that movie companies don't give a fuck. They
I don't care if they make a movie I don't want to see, but as long as it's, like, enjoyable. Like, I mean, I understand.
I mean, I guess if they made a Knights of the Old Republic movie and it turned out to be, awesome, new, and original, and it was good, I would go see it.
Yeah.
But I mean, otherwise, I don't.
One
have
thing-
any-
one
If they
way I
made a
think
new
that would work
Ewok-
is
if
if
they
you
made a new Ewok adventure and it was original, and I don't want to see it, but I'm like, hey,
So have Minions.
I know something they could do.
directed by Minions,
animated spin-off film.
by Illumination. Wow.
See, there you go.
I'm very
There you go.
excited right
I know
now.
how to make money, baby.
I'd see that.
That's
Why
how
they
you
need-
make the
Disney
money,
needs to hire
baby.
you, my dog.
That's how you make the money.
I'd see
what are you
that.
gonna
I'd
say?
pay good money to see Pierre Coffin.
I just had a thought of something else I could do.
What?
Say Boba Fett.
New holiday special.
Oh my god.
Oh, we'll never get that.
Yeah, no. I mean, if they were to do
That's
that,
gonna
they
be
would do it,
that's gonna be a
with,
meme on SNL.
Yeah.
It's like they're
Yeah.
gonna get Adam Driver or Daisy Ridley or John Boyega because they're gonna have
that is totally something.
Be like, where's Leia? Fucking dead. Han? Dead. Where's everybody at? They'll die.
Can we bring George Michael back?
Luke Skywalker?
Where's he at?
George
Oh,
Michael.
he's lost. He got
David
Alzheimer's
Bowie.
and walked onto a fucking island. Crashed his X-Wing.
And that
But that's all our
And that's Rogue One.
yeah, that's all we got.
it's Rogue One. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's the most okay Star Wars movie since Return of the Jedi.
3 shots in the air to pray for its dead corpse.
Bang.
Oh god, this is gonna
Wait.
be.
God damn it! It's so hard to
wait,
love.
wait. Bang.
Okay, come on. Yo, one more.
Ugh!
Pour one out for the dead homies.
My vlog.